I failed at my dream business and it somehow became a turning point for me. So today is International Failure Day and I didn't know it was a thing until recently. When I saw it, I smiled because failure has been one of my biggest teachers. I used to be a baker back on campus. I wasn't baking just for fun. I trained students, I delivered cakes, and I built a small name for myself. I was that girl everyone knew for cake making. I had dreams of expanding beyond school to train secondary school students to also do vocational trainings and make baking my lifestyle. Before graduation, I already had plans to go back home and continue my baking trainings and grow from there. But life had another script. I got into another routine that had nothing to do with business. You know how someone can get too comfortable? That was me. But my friends saw it before I did. They said, Ore-ofe, you need a new environment. You're getting too comfortable and you are distracted. I didn't plan to leave, but I prayed about it. I ended up moving to Lagos and it felt like a fresh start, a new chapter. I was happy. Lagos, the land of opportunities, right? I got an apartment, but it wasn't completed. The landlord promised within a month he was going to fix the window net, the socket, and the WC. I told myself no problem, that maybe I'll just start small, make some loaf cakes, and take for CDS to sell. Maybe that can help reintroduce my brand. But 1 month became 4 months. I couldn't plug my mixer, I couldn't plug my freezer. My generator became useless because there was no proper socket. I started to lose motivation. I was feeding on my last card and waiting for my landlord, who did not even care. Eventually, he fixed one socket
Not done
from back and forth and told me to
yet.
go
Has
buy
still not
extension
done.
box. When I did, my appliances started getting spoiled. My fan and other things. A friend's apprentice came to check and said, the wire used here is solar, not proper electricity. That was it. That was when I just sat down one evening and realized my baking business had died silently. I didn't even notice the moment I gave up. I just stopped trying. I stopped convincing myself. But here is where failure did its thing. It redirected me. I realized that baking had introduced me into something else, which is social media management. I used to run my business page myself. I even managed my influencers' accounts, our clothing line accounts, and few of my friends, even while we were on campus. I managed their page. So I thought, why not make this a full-time skill? Then I took a course on project management. That was how I started the journey fully into social media management and content creation. But of course, life didn't stop testing me. My laptop suddenly went blank, just like that. I started saving again. And when I finally gathered the money, I sent it to a friend who sells laptop. Guess what? He scammed me. That day, I just laughed. It's not the funny type of laugh. It's the type that comes with disbelief. Like, my God, is this a movie? But here is the truth. I needed those failures. Even though I don't bake anymore, I found purpose in something new. I now create content as a full-time job. I manage social media pages, all from my phone. It's not perfect, but I'm grateful to God for everything. Sometimes failure doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means life is redirecting you into another version of success. If I hadn't failed at baking, I probably wouldn't have learned about storytelling. I probably wouldn't have taken content creation so serious. Though I was posting, but I wasn't serious about it because I was enjoying baking. But now, it's not a full time job. I can say I failed successfully. My story might not be glamorous, but it is real. It's a reminder that failure is part of success. If you're watching this right now, maybe you're in your failure phase. Maybe things aren't working. Maybe you already lost money, motivation, or direction. Please don't lose yourself. Because sometimes the version of you that rises after failure is the one that was meant to succeed all along. Did I say Happy International Failures Day from someone that failed but found a purpose